Hey guys, welcome to a DCS video. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while, and that is for a good reason. Since the MiG-29 came out, I've been looking and trying to find what little bit of information that I can in regard to tactics and how to implement it properly and how to take real world implementation and integrate it into DCS. Even though DCS is a quote-unquote sim, it's still a game at the end of the day. And honestly, I was really excited, because I was finding bits and pieces of things here, and friends were sending me things as well. I found some information on some after-action reports with the Polish MiG-29s and the Greek F-16s. I found some good information on a tidbit information on the German MiG-29s intact against Western pilots and planes. And I mean, I dove into it. I learned about how the Polish mission planners would set up ambush boxes for the MiG-29s. I learned the distance between ravines, how long ravines or valleys had to be, the best spot for ambush boxes. And essentially what an ambush box is when the MiG-29s would be vectored to a lane of traffic where enemy opposition was expected to traverse, and they would set the MiG-29s up on a opposite or lateral lineup from the lane, so basically next to the lane, and they would have a racetrack in a ravine, a hill, a valley, a basin that would essentially cut them from AWACS coverage and allow them to do the pop-ups, like the pop-ups I showed you in my previous video. And apparently, even though I was doing the pop-ups in that previous video, it's done completely different. And this is something I found out while looking into and trying to study the bits of information I could find. And that's honestly what I've been doing for the last basically 6 or 7 days. I've just been reading and trying to practice what I've been reading in DCS. Honestly, guys, a lot of reading. And now I truly have an understanding of, how the MiG should be implemented. So I was excited. I was like, okay, I don't have a GCI, so I can't really get the proper guidance. We don't have the Lazar data link, and we have a horrible AWACS. But I'm going to do what I can to try and bring these tactics to life, because that'd be pretty cool to show people, this is how you use the MiG. Because I've been seeing a lot of videos of people who are frustrated because they don't know how to use it properly. And I was like, you know what? I've done the reading. I've learned what I can. Let me try it. And it's just been nothing but frustration because there aren't too many servers to fly on. I fly mostly on Growling. And I, for the life of me, could not figure out why I'm flying nap of the earth behind huge mountains or really low basins, and people are just finding me. And I'm just like, what is going on? Is it the AWACS coverage? I went out of my way to learn how mission planners determine the coverage of AWACS. I learned the formula, I did the calculations, I put up the F10 map, I was looking at the AWACS position, I did all of it. And come to find out, the AWACS couldn't see me where I was at. I even asked some players on the other team, could they see me on that link, and they couldn't. So I'm just like, man, what is going on? The AWACS can't see me, I'm in this racetrack, but people are just finding me. And then that's where the frustration set in. So I'm gonna fast forward this clip to ingress point that I've set up on my NS430, nap of the earth, mountain coverage, and somebody finds me, and I'm just like, what is going on? And it just kept happening. I'm just dying over and over again. Because I'm trying to practice this, I just keep dying and dying and dying, getting frustrated. I'm just like, what is going on? Because I can't practice it against the AI because the AI sees everything. And then this happened. So let me pull this up. So here I'm just setting my waypoint, or my next waypoint, excuse me, it's late at night, to fly into this basin. I already scouted the area, looked at the elevation, and pretty much just plotted a destination to reach so that I could do my racetrack. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then I start getting a track tone. And I'm just like, there it goes. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I terrain masked all the way here. I know for a fact the AWAC should not be able to see me. I don't know what's going on, but I am already getting tracked. It's almost as if this mountain doesn't actually exist physically on this map. And I've seen some instances where you can see through it, but it's like this mountain just doesn't exist. And somebody's tracking me. So I came here nap of the earth, low as dirt, and somebody is already looking and coming in my direction. And it's bewildering because this has been happening to me all day. I mean, I've been going through the runs. I've been trying to really figure out why this tactic isn't working. Is it a game limitation? Because there are a lot of things I want to try that I realize DCS just will not be able to accommodate for it. I'm fine with that. But this was the one thing where I wanted it to work because it was true to life. And this was just really irritating me. And I don't get mad easy, but this was just frustrating. So essentially this guy just tracks me through all of this. He ends up killing me. And then after this, I have a tac view, not of this fight, but of another time where this happened again. And this happened multiple times. Can't explain it. And it's not even like it's limited to one side of the map. It happens when you go to, I think, the north towards my cop as well. It's almost like the hills in this game or on certain parts of the map, if you're not in the center going towards Kutaisi, it's like the hills are dead or see-through or something. Like, so this 296 for 40 guy is tracking me. I believe it's the 296 for 40 guy. Yeah, because I'm trying to notch him, I believe. And the funny thing is I specifically, yep, the 344 for 35 guy, is I specifically set this racetrack up this time to be as offset as possible from the traffic lane on this map. As anyone who plays on ground knows, there's like 2 main traffic lanes, maybe 3. I set this racetrack to be on the complete opposite side of it. And if you go to the beginning of the video, you'll see me, doing the distances and setting up the actual destination I want to go to. It's like completely opposite of the main lane on this map. And as soon as I get here, people come straight to me. I could probably walk here as my pilot, and somebody would probably find me and bomb me. It was just so weird. And I'm doing my best here to terrain mask, because I'm like, there's no way someone is following me through this mountain this low and still following me. I'm just like, this is weird. This shouldn't be happening right now. Guy's still tracking me, like, perfectly. And at this point I'm just like, man, what is going on? And then the funny thing is, you're going to see the guy who kills me, and you're going to see his altitude, like physically, and you're going to think, how can this guy possibly see over this ridge at this altitude? It doesn't make sense. And you'll see him in just, I think you might see him in just a sec here. Will it show it? Where is he at? Does it show it? There he goes, right there. You can see him right there, clear as day. I'm looking at him in my monocle. Look at his altitude. There's no way you're seeing through that ridgeline. And then there goes the other guy behind him. It's just like, what? And now, let's look at this tac view, because this is even more ridiculous. This is another time when I was doing this exact same tactic, trying to, doing my racetrack, and look at this. And this has completely like frustrated me to no end because it's a real tactic and it's something that like I want to play real to life and I can't because look, what is this? What was that? Guys, what is going on? When I tell you the level of frustration of having to try and practice this, make it work to just be cheating like this, I was like, man, what is happening? And it's unfortunate because I want to be able to at least show people how this plane's supposed to be used because I love it. But given the lack of multiplayer servers, and some servers have maps that I don't have, and there's only like 3 that are populated. If you maybe go to 80s or Blue Flag if you're lucky, and it actually has people in it. But it sucks because I'm gonna have to be like relegated to using the 29 in more of a aggressive play style. Like I'm not saying I can't do it. I can, do the notch, do the aggressive maneuvering, dodge the AMRAMs and all that. But it's not how it's supposed to be used, and it sucks having to be limited to that in this quote unquote sim because you have things like this happening, you know. So, and then it makes me wonder how good is the laser data link going to really be? I mean, is it going to really guide you to targets? Is it going to vector you in? Is it going to tell you the aspect of a bandit if they're going from left to right? It's just, this kind of made me really question, will they be able to successfully kind of pull this off with this aircraft? Or maybe I'm just being hyperbolic, I don't know. It's just, it's when you have things like this happening and you can't even use, and the plane's already gimped enough as it is, and then you have like people just looking through mountains, you know? It's like, well, then what do you want me to do? Because if I have to fly it like a maniac, I can. But I mean, that's not something I want to teach people. I don't want to show people, hey, fly it like this in BVR. It's not really how it's meant to be used. So yeah, that's been my frustration. Um, Trying to figure it out, but yeah, uh, very frustrating. But I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna try and make some more videos soon, but it's just the frustrating is not it's not the way I want to do it. But yeah.